I want to thank our sponsors, GM Wild Construction and Johnson Legal, LLC, are both small businesses located in Brunswick, Maine, where we have our home office. Thank you so much for your support.
Hi, my name is Mary Melia, and I'm the Executive Director of College Guild, and I want to welcome you to our first ever virtual fundraiser. Thank you for being here today. I hope you've got a tasty beverage to enjoy while you're watching this video, and that you'll find it interesting, and interesting enough that you'll be motivated to make a donation. We need to raise $15,000, and that's what the Shine a Light fundraiser is all about. Typically, this would be a breakfast event, but not this year, right? So here we are talking to you from video, whether it's on our website or maybe Facebook or YouTube, but I hope that you will listen, you'll learn a little bit, and I'm hoping that we will motivate you to want to make a donation to help us continue this great work. So College Guild's been around for about 19 and a half years. We're coming up on 20 next year. And this summer, we had a college intern from Bowdoin College. Her name is Summer Chamberlain. And she created a video for us that really tells the story of College Guild. And in that video, you're going to meet Julie Zimmerman. She's our founder. You'll also meet some of our board members who are going to talk about their experience, both volunteering and being on the board of College Guild. I hope you'll find it interesting, and I'm going to see you on the other side of that video.
I'm absolutely thrilled as the founder to look back and think that we'll be celebrating 20 years. I never could have imagined that we reach this many prisoners and turn into such a community.
Hi, my name's Mary Melia, and I'm the Executive Director here at College Guild. College Guild exists to provide free correspondence courses that connect incarcerated people with a community beyond prison walls, fostering mutual respect through a shared passion for learning.
We don't know what their crime is, we don't know what their sentence is, we don't know if they're in there for 30 days or their whole life. But to say to them, you have great ideas, you can learn how to write, you can learn about, whatever it might be. You can do this, and we're here to help you do that.
We've been doing this for almost 20 years now. In those 20 years, we've served over 7,000 individuals in all 50 states. Additionally, we have 250 plus readers. Those are our volunteers who provide feedback to our students, and they're all over the country.
No matter what the subject is, the goals of each course is to encourage creativity, reasoning, objective thinking, being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, use your imagination, all the things that make it easier for anyone in life.
The letters you receive are really beautiful. There was one where an incarcerated person wrote, "Not only am I taking these courses and learning and growing for being on the outside," but he said something like, "Thank you from the head and the heart, because what you did is shine your humanity into this place that's quite devoid of humanity sometimes."
We're making these connections with incarcerated people who maybe don't have any other connections beyond prison walls. This is a population that so many people just really forget about.
I think people think of people who are in prison as one thing, and they're just complex individuals every bit as you or I, and shouldn't be cut off from learning.
Each time I'm kind of floored at the extent that the readers can make their students feel, as they say, human again. I'm not a number. I feel like a person.
College Guild is...
College Guild
is
totally free, selfless,
very caring and conscientious,
Committed to its students and to its volunteers.
and very community oriented.
College Guild is
Highly accessible correspondence courses that create connections between people who share an interest in lifelong learning.
Dear College Guild, this is a letter of thanks. The date is November 24th, and today I received back the first unit of your creative language course, along with a very in-depth and detailed response to the work I had submitted. I have to tell you how moved I am that your volunteer would be so kind and thoughtful to take the time to review the work I had submitted. Maybe it's because of the holiday season, or maybe it's because I never quite felt good enough as a child to have any confidence, but the pride I feel for having these compliments and encouragement has brought me to tears. As a 33-year-old adult, I can't look back and remember feeling this more than a few times ever before. It seems all too clear to me now how so much of my own faulty distortions kept opportunity hidden and out of reach for me. Your volunteers' kind words and supportive language have jolted within me a new sense of joy and self-confidence. The College Guild is a wonderful program, and I count myself extremely fortunate to have been accepted into it. I hope that somehow your volunteer will know how much his time and insights are appreciated. I want him to know that my little seemingly insignificant life out here in dusty Florence, Arizona has been altered for the better because of his kindness and because of the College Guild program. Thank you from your forever grateful student in dusty Florence, Blake. Hi, my name is Andy. I'm a volunteer reader and a board member at College Guild. I got involved with College Guild because I believe that every life deserves respect, caring, and kindness. One of my favorite things about College Guild is how we're able to meet our students on a level playing field. When we're working with students, it's not an incarcerated person working with a free person. We don't know why our students are in prison, and that's not at all an important part of what we do with them. And because of that, we're able to meet them at a place that's beyond notions of right and wrong, good or bad, at a place of mutual respect and kindness. Over and over again during my years at College Guild, I've seen the importance of this work and the impacts that it can have on the lives of our students and our readers. I'm here today to ask you to please, if you're able, please make the most generous donation that you can to help us ensure that this work continues. The incarcerated people who are our students, like every human being, deserve kindness and respect and the chance to learn and to grow. Education, kindness, caring, these things can change the lives of incarcerated people. The power of knowing that someone cares and is listening, that can create hope in a heart that otherwise might not have any. One of the greatest gifts you can give to another person is the gift of hope. If you can help us today with a donation, your support will go a long way towards helping ensure that we're able to continue providing free education for incarcerated people this year. Thank you so much for your donation.
Andy, thank you for both that letter, which was amazing and inspiring to see the impact of what a reader can do with a student. And then for a reader to receive that letter is amazing. It's powerful. It's inspiring. Definitely is one of the reasons our readers have been with us for so long. So thanks for that, Andy. Now, I want to introduce you to one of our students. His name is Joe. And as you probably can guess, we don't actually meet many students face to face, or in this case, by video across the country. But Joe is somebody who participated with us for 2 or 3 years and has since has been released. He's home, he's living his life, and he wants to share with you the impact of College Guild on him as a student. So Joe, thank you for being here, and here you go.
Talk to me a little bit about how you discovered College Guild, how it came to you.
It was an interesting thing because I had noticed this guy that was taking up a day room table. And Texas prisons are normally pretty overcrowded. And for him to take up an entire table with nobody else at the table was kind of unheard of. People just didn't do that. You had to share it with everybody.
Right.
But he had all of these books out, an encyclopedia, and he had 2 or 3 legal pads, and he was writing away. And I asked him, I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm doing a course from College Guild." And I said, oh, is that through the prison? Can you get into college? And he said, no, it's a correspondence course. And I said, oh, well, I'll do that. That sounds interesting. And he showed me some of the coursework and everything. I said, oh, that's interesting. So I wrote a letter to College Guild and immediately got a letter back saying, we have a waiting list of over a year. Well, I was devastated. I thought, oh, that's horrible. What am I going to do for a year? So I went back to the guy that was sitting at the table with all of his legal pad, and I said, when you get through with that, let me have it. So I absconded with all of his paperwork and did it on my own before I ever got into College Guild. So eventually I got a letter stating that I had an opening and would I be interested in taking it, and I leaped at it. And for the next 2.5 years, or almost 2 years, that was all I concentrated on, was doing my coursework with College Guild and maintaining that relationship with the readers and the people and all of the staff at College Guild, because they were the ones that were my lifeline to reality. So it allowed me the chance to forget about where I was, to put that not as a major factor in my daily life, to put the prison to the side and knowledge to the forefront. So the readers were a very big part of everything that I did in there, because I wanted it to be something that somebody would read and get enjoyment out of. And that was the creative process that College Guild brings out. It makes you want to do better. And that, every day to me, I kept pushing my mind and pushing. Prison went out of the back window and my imagination took over. And that was what the freeing part of it was. That to me was more important than anything in the whole prison system, was I could use my imagination to step out of those bonds, to go through those walls, to become something other than just a prisoner. It was liberating. But when you have that correspondence course in you and you're concentrating on that, all of those sounds disappear. Everything gets quiet and your mind concentrates on those correspondence courses. The words on that page are more powerful than any prison door. And that, to me, is the most important thing that you can do for somebody, is to be able to offer them that opportunity.
Carol, I extend my greetings and respect and hope this humble letter finds you in the absolute best of health and spirit. I want to thank you for your thoughtful kindness and donations on behalf of College Guild. Allow me to express that College Guild has been a positive and productive use of my time throughout my imprisonment. I choose to remain busy through knowledge and expand my mind. The cell is only as big or as small as we ourselves make it out to be. For example, for me, it's a college, a gym, an office, a library. It's basically whatever I want it to be. I'm serving a life sentence, so it's fair to say that this is my home, but I can honestly tell you that if it wasn't for College Guild and generous people such as yourself, my home wouldn't be as big as it is today, because thanks to College Guild, my cell appears to be a mansion. Thank you for all you do. Take care, and God bless. Ruben.
So we've shared some stories with you today, some letters, some thoughts from our board members, from our community, from our founder. And I hope you've been inspired. Our work in helping students who are people who are incarcerated, who are living in prisons, who are part of the mass incarceration that's happening in this country, need people like us on the outside to care and to support this work so that this free educational opportunity is available to them. You know, Joe, in his story, shared about being on a wait list for a year. I want to tell you one of the really good pieces of news that we have is we have no more wait lists. We want to increase the number of students that we serve annually. Right now, it's about 500. I would love to see this number double in the next year to 1,000 students. But that means we need to raise quite a bit more money. So $15,000 is what we're looking to raise today. It's what we need to raise. And I hope you've been inspired by the stories and what you've learned about College Guild today to want to make a donation. So let's say all you can afford is $5. Thank you. We're so grateful for that. But maybe you could do $5 a month, make a recurring donation of $60, and that puts 5 dictionaries in the hands of 5 students. When our students finish their first course, their first unit of a course, they're allowed to write us a letter and say, I finished my first unit, could I have a dictionary, please? And we will mail them out a dictionary. It costs us $12 to do that. But for many of our students, they've never owned a book before. And that dictionary is powerful and deeply meaningful and inspiring. And of course, they use it in their coursework all the time. So $5 a month, $60 is 5 dictionaries. Maybe you could afford $50 donation. And for $50, you're going to help us get a new student enrolled. So if you can afford $50 today, you're going to help us enroll a student and keep that wait list down. Now, $200 a year, it's a fabulous donation if you can afford that. And for $200 a year, you're funding a student for the year. But maybe you're somebody who could do more. We would love to have a $500 donation, and we actually have a $500 match waiting for that first $500 donation. Could that be you? I hope so today. I would love for that to come in. But I know for some of you, you can do so much more. Maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $5,000. We would appreciate so much anything that you can do. Individual donors are the driving force financially of this organization. And so I want to thank you for being a donor. Would you be willing to become a donor today and support this work? We want to increase our number of students. That means we need to increase the number of donors. So please consider making a donation today and helping to continue delivering this important work into prisons all over this country. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your donation. And thank you for caring.